Question 7. Factorize y squared, take away 2y minus 48. This is a trinomial. There's nothing in common, so I'm not going to have any situation where I'm taking out a highest common factor, which means the only type of factorizing that we can have that's possible are double brackets. Now, when we're factorizing a trinomial into double brackets, we first of all look at what times what makes the number at the end, that minus 48. The fact that there is a negative means that we're going to have 1 plus and 1 minus inside our brackets, so I can put that in straight away. And then the numbers that times together to make 48, I'm going to list them out just now. You don't technically need to do this, but if the numbers jump out at you, then that's perfect. If they don't, then I recommend you making a list for the next part, which is you have to add together to make that middle number. Now, when we say that they add together, one of them is going to be a positive number and one of them is going to be a takeaway number. So it kind of looks like they're going to take away basically to get minus 2. Looking down the list, 6 and 8 are the ones that we want. If we have a positive 6 and we have a minus 8, those will add together, but technically you'll end up with a 6 take away 8, giving you a minus 2. Only thing left to do now is put in our 2 y's here and here, which we technically could have done right at the start, because that's how you get the y squared. Part B, write down the inequality shown on this number line here. We are to the left of 3 in this number line with numbers that are smaller than it. So we're going to have a small x smaller than 3 to begin with, but because of the fact that this is a solid circle, we need to have less than or equal to 3. Part C, solve the inequality 7w plus 6 is greater than 12w plus 4. Similar way that you solve an equation, we want to get the letters on the same side, so we want to get rid of the letters on one of those sides. There are less w's on the left hand side, so I'm going to start off by getting rid of them, which we do by taking away 7w from both sides. It's going to leave me with a 6, a greater than. This 12w take away 7w will give us 5w plus 14. Now, it's entirely up to yourself whether or not you wish to then switch this so that your inequality looks like that. If you prefer to have letters on the left-hand side, I know some people do. It doesn't really matter as long as you do this switch before you start rearranging, because it's very easy to mess up the direction of our inequality. Whichever way you take it, we're trying to now get w on its own, which the first step of that is going to be taking away that 14 in order to get rid of that plus 14, which will leave us with a minus 8 greater than 5w here, or I'll just write the other one up here, it'd be 5w less than 8. And then our last step, we're going to divide both sides by 5, so we get w on its own, which will give me minus 1.6 is greater than w, or w is less than minus 1.6. Whether or not you write that inequality in either way, or whether or not you even write it as a fraction, it doesn't matter. As long as you at least have the direction or the setup in the correct way, there's more than one way of expressing that final answer. Done.